In Serbia, what began as a protest against governmental corruption in November has evolved into a larger movement calling for the resignation of the president. The initial spark for the protests was the tragic collapse of a roof at a train station. Columnist Adam Zivo took to the streets of Belgrade to interview protesters about what they're hoping to achieve.
Student-led anti-government protests continue to rage throughout Serbia, with blockades and demonstrations now occurring almost daily. The protesters are demanding an end to the endemic corruption that has asphyxiated Serbia for decades, as well as the establishment of an interim government of nonpartisan technocrats who can administer free and fair elections in the near future. The protest began in November after a concrete canopy collapsed in the main train station of Novi Sad, Serbia's second largest city, killing 16 people. Concerns about opaque procurement processes and possible embezzlement sparked small protests at the time, but the government's obstinate inaction, as well as its violent repression of student protesters, exacerbated civil unrest, leading to non-stop demonstrations. Earlier this month, over 300,000 protesters, representing almost 5% of the country's entire population, marched in the streets of Belgrade. Yesterday, I joined another, smaller protest which shut down Branko's Bridge, one of Belgrade's main traffic bottlenecks, and asked local youth to share their thoughts. Here's what they had to say.
So, what's your name?
Mia.
My name is Luka Bekic. I'm from Belgrade, Serbia.
Are you a student?
Yeah.
Okay, which faculty?
Electrotechnical engineering.
I'm with the Faculty of Media and Communications.
What do you feel about the protest today?
Today, I feel it's needed, like every other one that was being held previously. Nothing has really changed still. No people have been held accountable. The government doesn't seem to care. The president doesn't seem to care. But I feel like we're doing something. I feel like we're close to getting something done. The president and the government feel like they're on the edge of their seats at this point, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I've been there from the start, so I really do support, and I really hope that this will be the best thing we can do, but also I'm scared because the others who are not on our side are kind of a little bit angry, and I'm scared that they will make some problems with the protest, but for now it's all okay.
How have the protests evolved from your perspective over the past few months? How is it different today than how it was, let's say, in January or back in November?
I feel like at some point we felt like we were at the peak of what was going to happen. And then there was a down moment where it kind of felt like everything was dying down and assumed that we were going to be over. But now again, it feels like people are more than ever maybe interested in it and are trying to make a difference.
What changes would you like to see in the country going forward?
We were all looking just for ourselves, and since the protest began, everybody's looking for each other, and I think that's a great change for the start, but also the things we wrote, what we want from these protests, I think that they're also really important, so I hope that they will find time.
Why do you think interest in the protest revived after a period of slowing down?
I feel like a big part was the sound cannon thing that happened, or didn't happen, depending on who you ask. But that was a big thing, and the entire protest in Belgrade on the 15th, that was the biggest one. And obviously it's the capital, so people are gonna swarm in to be here.
How does it make you feel as a student protester when you see state media making claims like insulting the student protesters, saying that they're paid by the West, saying that they're just rich?
I feel really bad about that because that's not true. But also we got used to it, so we are just ignoring that for now because we can't change what people are talking. Everybody has a right to think what they want, but in the end of the day, we know what we are fighting for, so it doesn't really matter.
Most of them don't really cover them. If they do, they don't cover them well. They cover them from a very biased point of view.
What message would you like to give to the world about these protests?
We all want the country we deserve. We don't want anything that's impossible, for real. And we are all coming in peace. We all want the peace, which is, I think, the main thing. So yeah, I think that people should look on the internet what exactly we are looking for and see that all the things we are looking for and asking for are really real and can be done just if you have the clear mind. That's it.
These are the thoughts of Serbia's youth who've taken to the streets to advocate for a better future free from corruption. I'm Adam Zivo, reporting live from Belgrade.